Right, we're going to make our first film now. Just about finished my cup of tea. So let's go and I'll show you where Fellside is. Let's do it. We're on our way to Colbeck and we've just pulled over the side of the road. Just to give you a view of the hills that overlook the village. So starting at the left, on the left there, you've got that spiky top of Carrick. And you follow it along and just that high bit in the distance under the cloud, that is High Pike. So Fellside, where the farm is I was brought up on, is at the foot of High Pike, and just in the bottom of the valley there is Colbeck. So we'll head to Colbeck and then we'll head up towards the snow line up there. So we're here at Colbeck now. We've just pulled over the road. You can see it's Christmassy. The lights are on the Christmas tree there. It's a lovely sunny day, a lovely sunny winter's day, but it's -1 degrees here. And I've just mentioned that because as we start climbing out the village now up towards Fellside, I think it's going to get colder and colder. Let's see. We've just come out the centre of the village now, and I just want to start showing you that we're going to be climbing a lot as we go up towards Fellside. So these are the first hills we're going up. We're pulling out the village, and at the top of the hill there you can see just the outline, the silhouette of the school that I went to. That's where I went to till I was 11 years old. More stories about that as time goes on. Okay, we're about a quarter of a mile out of the village now, out of Colbeck, heading up towards Fellside. To the right here you've got the Wath. That's just at the foot of a hill called Wath Brow, which if you look up here, you start to see going up and it gets really steep up towards the brow there. So we'll stop halfway up the hill and show you a little bit more about the steepness. More interesting. We've got up to the top of the hill just. It was very icy, very skiddy. Charlotte, my camera person, was slightly scared, shall we say. So we left the car at the top. Thought we'd get that to the top and to safety, and we've wandered back down a little bit. But if you can turn down here now, just come over this side, Charlotte, carefully. Whoa, nearly fell off your bum. And just in the bottom you can see Wath, where we were a few minutes ago. And we've got this steep hill now that's just around the corner. It follows the corner round and down. It's very icy. We've made it up this far. The temperature is now a couple of degrees colder than it was in the village, and we're still heading up as we go towards Fellside. Continue up this gentle gradient towards Fellside Hamlet, we'll call it. But just behind us here, see the footpath sign. It's pointing straight across the fields to Low Fellside. That's the house where I was, or the farm that I was brought up on. Can't actually see it at the moment because it's just over the brow of that hill. But the sign also points straight towards High Pike, because the farm I grew up on was right at the foot of High Pike. Nearly there now. Fellside now. It's quite chilly. We've climbed quite high and the temperature's now -3 degrees. So that's Fellside. It's literally a hamlet with a couple of farms and a few houses. The main building, if we wander down this way from the past, this is what's known as Fellside Mansion. I think in the past it was probably something to do with the wealthy miners that lived this area. So we're at the Fellside Mansion Outdoor Activity Centre, which takes children from schools from all over, near and far, and gives them a taste of the outdoors with a bit of adventure. And it's just interesting. Charlotte, my little 10-year-old camera person, was just telling me that her school came here and she did some gill scrambling and other activities and really enjoyed it. It seems really strange to me that Charlotte's been here doing this when I lived literally half a mile away for the first part of my life when I was their age. Come on, let's go. Follow me.
I'm still filming.
Yeah, good. So, although that's Fellside, I didn't actually live at Fellside itself. I lived at Low Fellside, which is further over here. If we come down here, I'll be able to show you where. Right, we're going to go up this road now. and then we're going to head across we're going to traverse across the fell on a interesting sort of track. We'll see more of that shortly. So we've left the car behind us now, and we're going to continue across this fell road, the fell track that takes us to the Low Fellside farm. First we go through this gate. I remember this gate well. Here's the old gate posts here. I used to open the gate at this little metal gate on these gate posts every day. Every time we came along this track, I had to jump out of the car, open the gate, close it. That was as soon as I was old enough to walk, that was one of my jobs, yeah? New gate these days. Gate. We're not taking the car today. I'm going to walk it. But have a look up there. The track across the fell is literally two pieces of concrete, two strips of concrete, one for each wheel. And as you come closer, see how icy it is. For the vast majority of the winter there was ice on this track, and it made life interesting up here. So we'll switch the camera off now and we'll head up this hill. We're on the fell track now. We've climbed the steep hill. You see the concrete tracks continue, the ice continues. It's been a slippery journey so far, and we're very close now to Low Fellside, the farm. Let's go. Pause just to try and show you how icy it is. That's thick. That must be a couple of inches thick, that ice there, and you can see it's all cracked and broken in some bits, but it's solid glass ice, that. We nearly is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
There now, it's Baltic. In the distance, Fellside Mansion and the little Fellside hamlet there. We've come across the track covered with ice. We're at the highest point of the track now. You probably can't appreciate just how steep it is at this point, but if you're driving a car or a vehicle along this icy, snowy track with this steep drop beside you, it's quite a scary thing. So if you turn round, we'll head this way. Come on. Chip, chip. Get your first glimpse of Low Fellside, the farm where I was brought up on. So I lived here till I was 12 years old. It brings funny emotions when I see this place. I love it, it's part of me, always will be part of me, but it's part of my past. I've left it behind. It was a hard life, it was a solitary life, it was a cold life. It's great to see it. It's funny, when I left this place when I was 12, I didn't revisit it until I was about 20. I just didn't want to come back. I just wanted to leave it behind and forget it and move on. But now it's part of me, and I respect it and accept it for that. And it's always nice to come back and visit, but it's also nice to know I'm just visiting, because I wouldn't want to live there again. Nothing against it, of course. So we're here now, very close to Low Fellside farm. This is as close as I want to go. It's somebody else lives there now, and I must respect their privacy, so can't go to the house and into the yard and things. That's theirs now. So beyond, it's important when you're at Low Fellside, you get your bearings right. You'll start to understand why the aspect and the bearings are so important. So if we look beyond Low Fellside there, we're looking out to the east, and that is Nether Row, another little Fellside type hamlet. A few houses. One of those houses belongs to Chris Bonington, famous mountaineer. And then if we look further to the east there, zoom in a bit, and you can see those white mountains there, that's the Pennine. So we're looking right towards the east there. So we're going to spin round, look north now, and get focused. Those hills away in the background there, And in Scotland, because we're looking north towards Scotland, we can see over the Solway Firth and in Scotland there. Now if I dip down, so we're looking north there, and that slope we can see opposite us is bathed in sunshine, because that slope is facing the south, and it's lovely and warm and sunny, and the sheep are grazing there, as you can see. Yeah, so they're enjoying the sunshine. That's literally 300 yards away. So now if you look at the bottom of that hill, you can see where the shadow starts. So now everything beyond this way, as you come back up here towards Low Fellside, is in the shadow, because if we look south, the big steep slope behind us, looking right up the slope there, and that is looking south. The sun's gone already, it's 1:10 in the afternoon, the sun's gone. Low Fellside is in the shadow of High Pike behind us. That's why it's such a long cold winter up here, because it's literally at the foot of the mountain, it's in the shadow all the time. It's so bitterly cold up here. It must be -5 up here now, it really is freezing, and that's why we're calling it a day for now. We're back home at Penrith now. As you can see, it's still a lovely sunny day out there, and I think we got a true indication of what life's like up at Low Fellside today. Lovely sunny day here, about 0 degrees here. Get up to Low Fellside, and it was really bitterly cold when you got up there. Charlotte, my camera person, got very cold. It got to a point where she couldn't do the camera anymore. Her hands were that cold, and she started to feel unwell with the cold. And even me, I had these 4 layers and a coat on, and it was getting to me too. It's bitterly cold up there, and it was a good example. Still sunny here now. It's gone 2 o'clock in the afternoon, still lovely and sunny here, and the sun had already gone at Low Fellside. It was bitterly cold up there, and it just highlights that most of the winter Low Fellside is in the shade of High Pike, and so it's bitterly cold. It's a little microclimate, and it's a very harsh climate to live in. So that's Low Fellside, and I'll start in the near future telling you little stories of my life up there and memories, and we'll take it from there. Bye. Hope you enjoyed the video. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Cheers. You haven't told me you're on. Keep delay.
When?
So what is... Start again.
When?
We're continuing our climb towards Fellside. It's a gentle pull now after we've got path. Oh, I can't speak. I'm free.
Go.
We continue. Oh, I can't speak. I can't speak. Continuing. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
Anyway,
go.
we continue.
Okay. 3.
Asaf Recordbeck. I'll put it back on. I'll start again. Might say I'm Simon from Coldbeck.
Okay, go.
Think about what I say first.
Oh, the bloopers in this.
Stop! Let me get me a composure.